Hey, I'm John Heater.
And this is Kirsten Heater.
And you're watching Look to the Stars.
The stars are out tonight for Heifer Foundation, supporting sustainability to last a lifetime.
Women are the agents of change around the world, everywhere. And that's one of the brilliance of the strategy of Heifer International.
They work with the community. They don't just drop off animals and leave. They teach them how to take care of them. They teach them how to use the excess milk or whatever livestock they've gotten, whatever they produce, and to sell that and provide income and nutrition. It's remarkable.
Changes the landscape, because before they bring an animal into a community, they will make sure that the land around it can support it. If that means making sure the soil is not eroding, they'll plant trees, they'll plant grasses. So the environment around the village is starting to change at the same time. So it's just a perfect system. It really works.
It's the sustainability really that kind of captures the spirit. I think you're not just giving money, you're giving a life to people.
Yes. It is that thing about if you give a man a fish, you give him food for a day, but if you teach a man a fish, you give him food for a lifetime. And with the animals comes a tremendous amount of education about the animals, and people are empowered, and people don't want just handouts, and they love the fact that this is something that they can learn about, and they can excel at, and then that they can give to someone else in their village.
Orphans that they now had sent to school, and I saw a father who had educated his children on AIDS, and and he had actually been able to live years longer than he had thought he would live, because Heifer had allowed him to have all this AIDS education, and they
had to see the direct effect of what they do from beginning, like, giving the goats and seeing all the steps, because that's the purpose. They're not just going out there just throwing out free stuff and like, hey, take this. It's supposed to last and create a lifetime of giving and education and teaching.
So not only are they very well organized, but it's also so accessible. You can give a gift as small as $20 for, I think, a flock of geese or something like that, to as much as, $200, or even give an ark, which is a couple $1,000s. There's really a varied array of ways that you can contribute, and also exactly where it's going. So I've found that it's a really wonderful gift for children or for teens, because you can say, I'm gifting you a pig, or a pig in your name, or an ox, and they really know where their gift is going and exactly what it's doing.
Heifer focuses on the women to be the center force for providing the sustainability. What can you say about that?
I think it's anybody that addresses the issue of poverty, of hunger, of wanting to change the world by now knows that in order to do that, you have to focus on the women. That's why all of the major organizations like Heifer International or the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh, or any efforts at micro-enterprise, it's always the women that get the loans, women that get the livestock in the case of Heifer International. Because when you do that for a woman, it impacts her children, her family, and the whole community. It's not the same for reasons that we don't have time to go into, but it's not the same if you give the gift to a man.
We're definitely in a world where we're really striving towards gender equality, and I think that Heifer's really kind of hit it on the head there. We're empowering the women and giving them the responsibility is really changing the system that's going on there. And they have reading centers, and they have all these different things. So it's not just about here's a food source, it's here's a lifestyle, and it's sustainable, and you're giving people in North America the opportunity to participate in that. And I think that's incredible.
It's really fun to participate. It's Christmas coming, and to sit there and figure out, I'm going to give a water buffalo this year.
And my husband and I gifted Heifer to each guest at our wedding in place of favors. I think it's one of the best cards I've ever gotten. Birthdays, Christmas, Valentine's, whatever you want. I'm always happy to get a card. So if any of my friends are listening, I will not be upset if you get me Heifer.
I think I've given chickens and maybe a cow before. I'm not sure. I'd have to go in and look to see what I've given. But I also like to give it as presents. It's a great Christmas present to give to. My niece is studying school, and she loves animals, so I'll stuck a cow in her stocking at Christmas. Yeah. A cow makes a great stocking stuffer.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to say about Heifer?
Just give to Heifer. they will save the world.